Hey guys, welcome to episode 51 of Profit Talk. I thought it would be fun to do something different. Because I know you guys probably get bored. We get bored sometimes. So I figured audience participation would be fun, do something different. So since so many people are having, I know there's been a lot of people talking, they're having trouble finding stuff. And a lot of people are talking, money issues and stuff like that. So I thought we could talk about some different ways to make money or, bring in a quick buck, that kind of thing.
Legal ways.
Legal. We're not talking about selling weed. We're not doing anything like that.
No prostitution.
No prostitution, unless it's legal there. I don't know.
It's funny. People always say, "What do you sell?" And I'm like, my motto for years has been anything that's not immoral or illegal. That's pretty much it. And they're like, "Okay, well, that kind of narrows it down." I'm like, "Well, that's pretty much it."
That works. Turtle Trader, just let me know that it's you. That's fine. Or, well, it doesn't even have to be, you don't have to have a Facebook account. You can message me on YouTube. Message me on YouTube through the show. And we can, Maureen said she could sell weed. We can just set up the hangout that way.
Cool.
Silky, Profit Talk number 52, turning tricks for quick cash.
Turning tricks. So, what's today, Monday?
Yep.
Yeah, I got up yesterday. I kind of slept in. I had a late night Saturday and kind of slept in yesterday and got up at 10:30 and went running out the door, threw on a shirt and some shorts, went running out the door to put the flag up because I was late getting the mail out, and then get back in the house and start shipping. And I'm like, crap, today's Sunday. So my whole last 3 or 4 days has just kind of been running together for some reason.
I was stupid today and tried to help the boys with the yard work. And I tried to help with the weed eating because I like the lawn edged a certain way. And
what did you cut down? What did you cut down?
No, I can't. I've been having to alternate ice and heat on my wrists and hands since about noon. And they're still not right. So Braden yelled at me and John yelled at me. So everyone misses Wade, Maureen. I have messaged him. That. I cannot find him.
Wade Harrod, if you're watching this show,
message me.
Or message somebody and let us know you're okay, because we were actually talking about that last week. Or no, 2 weeks ago.
I don't know. I do not know, and it frightens me that I don't know. Turtle's 30th anniversary is tomorrow. Nice. Congrats.
30
years.
Holy cow, we're going on 20. And I thought that was a long time.
I know, right? We hit 19 in April.
My parents have been married 51 years.
Holy
I'm like,
cow.
wow. My grandparents made it to 65 before I think my grandfather passed. I think it was actually past 65.
I don't know how long John's parents have been married. A long time. But I don't know.
A long time.
I don't know. Coco. Mr. Cortez Alex 64. Hello. One of the things that Susoan had asked, what kinds of things that you guys get or that we would get at a baby sale. The ones I'm assuming the one we have them here all the time, and there's this really big one that was not long ago here. So I guess that's what she's talking about. Where it's all a crap ton of moms get together and they'll rent out
consignment. Ours here takes the old Kmart location and 3 times a year, that kind of thing, and everybody puts their stuff on consignment.
Yeah. Things that I never look at those are clothes, the little toys, crap toys that they always have, like rattles and teethers, which is disgusting. Don't sell your baby's teethers. Throw them away. That is nasty. Ugh, it's gross.
But what about plush? Do you lick the plush when you go in? Make sure
don't even touch the plush. You know what babies do with stuff like that? It's got poop on it and spit on it, and vomit. And speaking of poop, look for cloth diapers. Yeah, breast pumps, of course.
Hey, there's money in breast pumps.
There is money in breast pumps. Please sterilize them. But cloth diapers, not like the crap pre-fold diapers that you can buy at Walmart, the Gerber brand, not those. The ones where it's like they're all white and there's like, I don't know, like 3 or 4 inches down the center that's kind of padded a little bit. Don't do those. Those are crap. People use those for like burp rags and that's it. But a lot of they're like called all-in-ones, and it looks like a really colorful like pamper style diaper, and you just slide a pre-fold inside of it. It's got a pouch in the back and you slide it down up in there and you just put it on like a pamper, and it has the Velcro and stuff. Those sell decently if they're the good ones. And check the elastic, check the Velcro, make sure there's no rips in them. And if you see like knit wool soakers, like the things that you put over top of a cloth diaper, I used to make those to sell them. And the cheapest I would do them for was a preemie, like tiny preemie thing that just looked like kind of like underwear, like bloomers. And I would sell those for $45. And if I made full pants for wintertime, those started at $100. So,
wow.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, go ahead. I'm kind of the same. No, I mean, I haven't been to one of those in a while.
I'm not talking about Glad rags.
Books, but check books, but skip. I mean, unless you just have the time to sit and go through the kids' books, I usually go straight for like the textbook homeschooling type books. If you find any Alpha Omega, if you find any Life Pack, some of that stuff can be decent. You can usually at those type of sales find some decent homeschooling books. Scan them with your Amazon app, even if you're not going to sell them on Amazon. You know, if they're worth something on Amazon, they're probably going to be worth something on eBay too, if that's your thing. You don't do Amazon. I usually check DVDs. I'm going to be honest, I skip over the Barney and everything else because there's usually, my experience has been what they have it priced at. There's not going to be enough meat left on the bone, so it's not worth scanning 100 Barney DVDs to find the 2 that were worth something. Look for the exercise videos. What's that company? GIAM, however you say that. GIAM or whatever that you. It's GIAM.
Yeah.
The ones that are like how to lose weight after you had your baby, any of that kind of self-help stuff, how to breastfeed your baby, how to whatever. I love DVD stuff like that. I'll usually check out the video games too. And then a lot of times they'll have DVDs in there that are just like, you know, like Harry Potter box set or, you know, like that are more not Barney. Toys, I'll check the older kids' toys. I'll usually go check like ball gloves, stuff like that. Look for any Star Wars or anything exciting like that. But like you said, I'll skip the little kid stuff. I totally skip the clothes. I'm not saying there's not money there. It's just not my thing. I have no desire. Usually check out the breast pumps and take a glance at the strollers to see if there's any good brands of jogging strollers.
Please don't resell car seats. Please don't resell car seats.
Or lead-based lead-based paint baby cribs.
Truth.
I think it's actually one time it was baby cribs. It was illegal to sell ones that were made before whatever. They passed the whole thing. I don't even remember that anymore. I don't mess with baby cribs, so I don't remember what the law was. The drop side. Yeah, because the rails were too far apart. Of course, it took us, in this country, it took us 50 years to figure that out, but we had to get past the lead-based paint first.
Just lick it off.
You know, and there's a lot of times you can find new and packaged stuff at sales like that. You know, people get stuff as I think everybody and their dog got a diaper genie as a baby shower gift, and like 2 people actually used them. I don't know if there's any money in like the refills anymore. That used to be. There's a little bit of money in the diaper genie refills. But a lot of times you can find new and packaged stuff that people were given as a gift, didn't want it. Oh, the other thing I will check out, I will usually glance through and look at baby bedding, like bumpers, bumper quilt sets, stuff like that, just to see if I recognize any of the Pottery Barn patterns. They're pretty easy. Tristan taught me that, which are pretty easy to spot. And, you know, if they've got them cheap enough, I'll snag those up. That's about it.
I don't go. I hang on. Or continue. I need to grab my
Yes,
phone is
ma'am.
over there, and someone keeps ping, 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 ping.
All right. So anything, audience, anything else that y'all, I'm going through your stuff. Anything else?
They were saying pretty much the same, or I read what they were saying.
Yeah, I thought I'd scored some Pottery Barn, the fire engine pattern that our son had when he was little. I thought I'd scored some at the yard sale the other day. It looked identical to it. I'm hunting all over for the tag just to make sure, and it turns out it was some other off-brand. A really, really good knockoff of Pottery Barn. So that's about it. Those can be a good source. Here they call them Kids Closet or something, and they go to like the local Kmart years ago, and then it was a Walmart, one of the original small Walmarts, and it was a Builder's Square, and then it was something else, and they must have some kind of deal worked out on this vacant space, and like 3 times a year they have the big you know, throw all their stuff, all the ladies throw all their stuff in there. And I don't think I've ever been to one on the first day. I can only imagine what that's probably like. Are they pretty bad usually, or are they? I'm the guy that goes on like the 3rd day or whatever, and everything's 50% off. I don't deal well with that many minivans in one parking lot. That was so wrong. Hey, speaking of which, Jim Bennett's in the audience. I teased Jim about his minivan. I'm going to get a minivan one of these days. Tristan's like, I'm not driving it. And I'm like, I don't care. It's practical. It's what we need for hauling junk around.
So most of the ping, 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 pings was YouTube telling me that Profit Talk has a show that started at 7 o'clock.
Oh, crap.
Thank goodness. Why would it tell me that? Hey, by the way, did you know you're live on YouTube? What?
I don't know. Somehow all my notifications got turned on the other day for Twitter, and I don't even use Twitter. And all of a sudden, it's like, so-and-so has posted whatever. I'm like, oh, no, you're not going to do that. I'm just going to delete the whole app.
I don't use Twitter. Okay. So I think that's pretty good, because there were some things that I wouldn't think about. I hate going to those things though, because there's way too many hormones in one building for me.
And that's what that was my minivan, my awful minivan joke that I'll catch hell for. But yeah, that was kind of what I was alluding to.
Yeah, I can't. No. No.
Too many soccer moms in one building.
It's not even that. It's just so many times it's like the kids are running around. It's like going to the Goodwill outlet. Kids are running around willy-nilly, picking up broken glass and
willy-nilly.
You know, willy-nilly.
Chewing on teethers and wiping their noses on cloth diapers.
Blowing their nose on a plush.
Licking plush.
wiping snot all over it. Nasty. I'm so popular. People tend to not like me, I think. Amazon lifted restrictions on Sony, at least the ones I sell. Anyone hear about this?
I'd heard that they kind of did, so I don't know if it was a glitch or what was going on. But Sony's been one of those that I always kind of avoided anyhow, because every time Nikon and Sony, anytime I ever tried to sell anything new in the package, it got kicked back.
I had something Sony that was fine. What was that?
Time, but it happens so often that it's kind of like, okay, unless it's just a total home run Sony product,
I don't remember.
sell on eBay, I'm probably just going to skip over it and move on to something else. But yeah, I don't know what that was all about with Amazon doing that. Just either a giant glitch or a test, or somebody hit the wrong button in India or something.
I love you too, Maureen.
Somebody got fired over that one though.
Okay, so wow, my brain is working as well as my hands. The whole like different ways to make money thing. Oh my gosh.
So that can actually, I'll help you out while you're getting your thoughts. That can actually
work.
And just hold it up and we'll read it. That could actually be a good source. And we did that for yard sales and just like make an offer on, way back when we first started, and like make an offer on like all the men's shirts or all the baby clothes or whatever. And we actually used a consignment store and we didn't put them on eBay. We took them to a local consignment store and we made really good money, because when you're buying like an old trunk full of clothes for $20, it doesn't take much to sell. So, that's not a bad idea to sell stuff there. So that's a good opportunity there. Stuff that you can buy in bulk. Maybe it's the end of the day at a yard sale and they got tables full of it. You give them $20 for everything. Take it to your next kid's consignment sale and sell it there. It's going to take a little bit of work because you got to sit down and tag it and all that, but listing it on eBay.
I think that ours, the big one here, I think you have to pay to have your stuff. Either I think you can pay or you can volunteer time. I think that's the one that she was talking about going to. I'm not super positive. Neil wants to know how the warehouse is going. Have you made up your mind?
He's sitting here. He was going to come by last night and it got late and I haven't heard from him today. So I haven't even worked out to see if we're going to be able to come to an agreement yet. Went and looked at it though. It's a very usable space and it would definitely free up everything out of this house. It's just trying to figure out how to do it where I'm not stuck that far away from the house. Do I really want to do that and drive? Is it going to help me to make that much more money to justify the inconvenience, I guess, let's say.
How far is it?
It takes about 20 minutes one way.
Is it like on the way to some of the places you source?
No. But it's got a full kitchen. It's got a full bathroom. It could be very, very usable as far as like, take your own lunch, stock up the fridge, and list 10 hours a day, 3 days a week or whatever. It wouldn't be something I would go to every day. Biggest thing is just getting the stuff out of this house.
Mm-hmm.
And I around to doing a video of the basement and the garage out back and all the crap so that it makes sense. We actually did a video tour of the warehouse, and then we came home and I told Tristan, I'm going to show people why I would even consider this space, show them what I'm dealing with here. And I did that video. I just haven't, I'll post it tonight or tomorrow. But, and then you have to kind of make sure that you're not in love with the romantic idea of having a warehouse. I've seen that happen before. gosh, I want a warehouse, or I mean, not anybody that, I'm not saying everybody that has a warehouse, but oh, it'd be so cool to have an office space or whatever. And then like 2 months later, talk to them. And I've done that myself. 2 months later, I'm like, why the hell did I do this? I didn't have to have this. I just needed to do something different. But I'm out of ideas of what the something different here is to do.
Yeah.
So,
hey, Zilke, you need to remind me, like, post it in Dusty's group or something. Remind me to post the poem that Gavin wrote about New Jersey for you. He's up in Jersey sourcing right now.
Your son wrote Zilke a poem about New Jersey?
He didn't write a poem about it not for Zilke. He wrote a poem about Jersey. And I said for me to post it for Scott. Always shoot first, buddy. Always shoot first. Oh, Neil wants to know if you could put in a hot tub and keg at the warehouse.
Yeah, actually.
If so, I'll come down and use your warehouse.
But then there's that whole thing too. You don't want to be 15. We talked about that. I'm not going to go out there and drink. It's 20 minutes away from the house, and I'm not going to be doing that and driving home. So
put in a bed.
I mean, it's big enough for it. We talked about it, probably moving a couch in there, and I don't know. The biggest thing is, would it justify making enough, changing our business model to where we could make enough more, where we can make more money to justify it, or whatever I'm trying to say. Wow, I'm like Danica.
What's the rent on it?
I think I'll be able to get it for $300 a month with utilities included. I have to pay about $50-$60 for internet.
Do you have to sign a lease?
No. He's a friend too, so it would be like 1 month. Probably just sign a 1 month, then go month to month, or just tell him I don't have to have a lease. If you don't have to have one, you'd be okay, fine.
Try it.
Yeah, I don't half but do things. I mean, I would drag everything from here that's unlisted down there. It's going to be a major endeavor too. So
I agree with Coco.
All right, nobody wants to hear about that.
Coco said, I think if you're looking to make more money, it's what you need. You don't have any room to put anything else in that house.
Putting up, we don't do a ton of pallet stuff now, as far as pallet type stuff for Amazon. We do have the sources mainly because we want to do them, because they'd have to literally sit in the driveway and I'd have to haul everything in the house. But if I had a place that had a big roll-up door where I could put pallets on, have them delivered directly there to a commercial address, game changer. And I might start looking more at bulk.com or some of the other sources that I have, and start looking at what they have available and branching out of that a little bit more. Plus, it's in a location that has really good road frontage, as far as just throwing a sign out any day of the week and putting a big yard sale banner.
Yeah.
Storage units, again, we could probably pay for the storage units by just the crap that we sell out of them. The stuff that's not worth doing on eBay or Amazon.
Neil was asking if I used AuctionZip at all. I have, just to see what's around here, but it's normally like antiques. It seems like everything is antiques or farms, and I don't care about either one.
Yes, you do care about farms. You're one of them vegans.
No, I mean, like, going to buy some farming equipment, I'm good.
Yeah, you need a tractor for your backyard.
Right. Looking at the ones around here is like looking at the ones in Tennessee. Do you remember we looked up the ones in Tennessee?
I was looking at them here like last night or night before, and it was like, oh, I can get a 1973 Ford spreader truck. I'm like, what am I going to do with that?
So what is, besides like eBay and Amazon, what are some valid ways to make money?
And one of them you just mentioned, I mean, you can, if you're into the antique thing or even into furniture, and I cringe to say this, but even if you're very Pinteresty and go buy junky furniture and whitewash it like everybody and their grandmother does now. And I don't even know, is that even still a thing anymore? And I'm not saying that that stuff looks bad, but it was kind of like under the let's whitewash furniture
that's all
stuff.
everybody did. Like that was all Pinterest was for like 6 months, was nothing but whitewashed everything.
A lot of people, it's not most booths and most antique malls or most, and you need to check with them first if you're going to do that kind of thing. Make sure they accept handmade items as well. And there's some places that are more geared toward handmade and some places that will only take antiques. But, it's not, most booths aren't that expensive. I mean, depending on where you live, but we had a booth in a whole place outside Birmingham, and it was, I don't know, 10 by 10 or 10 by 12, and it was like $75 a month, and they took like 15% of what we sold, and it was actually a good outlet for getting rid of stuff.
Our farmers,
that I didn't feel like listing on eBay.
Our farmers market downtown, where we live, it's like one of those not historic downtowns, but like all-American downtown kind of thing, where it's like brick sidewalks or not brick, and like the boutiques and things like that. Well, our farmers market is downtown along some of the roads, and for $20, well, it used to be $20. I guess I assume it still is. For $20, you can get a space on the road that they have the farmers market on, and you have to bring your own table and your own, if you want to, like a canopy or whatever, you have to bring all that yourself. But $20, you can sell your fruit and veg, that you've grown. It has to be stuff that you've grown. You can sell flowers that you've grown. There's a guy that makes the most amazing apple cider. He sells that there. If you hand make things, you can sell that there. It doesn't have to just be food. And I know a lot of the farmers markets are like that. So if you've got something that you make, jams and jellies, and there's a lady that sells sweets, and beekeepers take their honey, and if you set up in a nice area, like a more affluent area, if you can get into a farmer's market there, then they sells for a premium at things like that. Because people, they know that it's typically the little guy, and they're willing to pay a little bit more for better stuff. I know some of them make really good money.
Nellie said in the side chat, have a booth at Bargain Village that literally has all my overflow from my basement selling really well.
Nice.
So it does. I mean, it does work. My problem is it's my stuff is so obscure. Back when we had the booth in the antique mall, it was more collectibles. It was more, I bought like 500 record albums at one time or whatever, and that was perfect for the booth. It was stuff like that. But now I look around and it's like that really just people would walk right past. I think because my business model has changed somewhat. It's like obscure electronics and crap like that.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing you can do to make money if you're not doing any, but if you find another reseller that lives near you that doesn't have, like we had a girl that didn't have the time to sell because she worked a full-time job, and she was buying stuff from me right and left, and she was getting it dirt cheap, and it was good stuff, and she was making great money. I mean, I was still making money. I was probably doubling my money. When I say double my money, though, 10 times the return on what she paid for it.
But it's small stuff you didn't want to deal with, wasn't it?
It was just, yeah, but a lot of it wasn't smalls too. I mean, I would throw her some good stuff. I wouldn't go through and cherry pick it. I would just literally go through and go, okay, I got this whole row of stuff. Pick out 2 or 3 items. Okay, I paid a decent amount for that. I really need to list that myself. And then I just throw all the rest up and be like $200. And then she'd take it home and list it, and there's like $1,500 worth of stuff there, and she was tickled to death. That worked out okay for me because I had already made my money back on the load of those bigger items that I'd already listed weeks ago, and those few items I picked out when I did the final sort, and it got rid of the excess, and I got some money back for it.
Silky said Fiverr, if you've got, if you have any, if you can make banners or YouTube intros or website design, If you can do stuff with sound, if you can string together a song. Fiverr, there's so much stuff on there that people are, pimping themselves to do. So if you have any kind of talent like that, and you don't have to charge $5, there's add-ons. Stuff can get expensive on Fiverr. But that's awesome. Jim said you could set up estate sales for people, lots of work, but you don't need a license or any kind of training, really. That's true. Hell, going around and getting the leftovers of yard sales and then, set up your own, like, once a month big yard sale. Because people, the last things that are there, they typically just want it gone, or they're going to donate it. So
we used to clean up on yard sales when we had the little thrift store. That was how we got, because nobody really donated. The thrift store that we own, not the nonprofit. The nonprofit had no problem getting donations, but the little thrift store that we owned, that was literally kind of my MO, was to go around on Fridays and Saturdays while Tristan ran the store, and I would go around in my van and be like, "Hey, how much for everything left?"
Was it down by
the really? You want it all? And they're like, $50. I'm like, $40. He's like, okay, great. And just load it all, throw it straight, and usually it's already in storage totes or whatever. And the van would go, no, it was a creeper van. It was an old South Central Bell van. But it was like an old 80s model Chevrolet creepy van.
Did you have free candy?
Nobody would take my candy.
Give me some candy.
Yeah, Jim Bennett said you could set up estate sales for people, lots of work, but you don't need a license or any kind of training, really. I've thought about doing that for years because our estate sale company here in town sucked so bad. They're a decent one that's come in and kind of taken over now, but I would love to do that. The only problem is you're talking about, a week and a half worth of work minimum, depending on the size of the estate or whatever, to get in there, price everything, make sure, you're leaving enough meat on the bone for your resellers, setting everything up, dealing with the day of the sale and the advertising. And of course ours here, I don't think anybody advertises in the paper anymore. So it's mostly Craigslist and Facebook groups. But I've thought about doing it, but then I sat and looked and I'm like, would it really be what, and then again, I'm tying myself kind of down to something, and I just don't. The money would have to be extremely lucrative for me to tie myself down. You know what I mean?
How do they operate? Do they just get a percentage of the sales?
Most of them usually, yeah. Here, one of them around here actually charges a fee and then a percentage on top of that, like a set fee. And their set fee, from the last I kind of heard about it, was pretty much enough to cover all their labor, do all their stuff. So everything else was kind of just pure profit.
That doesn't even sound like remotely like fun.
It would be, if you did and our estate sales around here really literally do like, one of them does Tuesday. They do like 4 to 5 hours a day on like Friday, Saturday. They literally just go in there and blow it all out. They don't do all day on Friday, all day on Saturday. It's like Thursday night, 4 hours, and Saturday for maybe 4 or 6 hours.
For an estate sale?
Yeah, they do them. You got to get in there and really hit them. I don't know why the 2 or 3 companies here that's just the way they are. They don't do them real long and draw them out, and they definitely don't have them a second week. Cool thing is, though, I know. Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead.
No, I know which thrift stores they donate the leftovers to for their clients. So, and it's not always bad leftovers. You think after a couple of days of an estate sale would just be junk. No, it's usually sometimes halfway decent stuff. So
the yard sales here run Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and sometimes Sunday. And they'll start them like Thursday morning. And they run the whole weekend typically. But I don't think I've seen, I haven't paid attention to estate sales, like the hours. I know they always start in the mornings. But I don't I don't really pay attention to how late they run.
Queen City Picker had a good suggestion. Getting away from the reselling. If you need cash, have a truck or a trunk. I'd recommend a truck though. Pick up junk metal. We have a guy that covers our neighborhood on Tuesday nights. Trash pickups on Wednesday. He always has a truck full. There's really good money in scrap metal, but you kind of have to have a place to. That's why I don't do it. I have a guy that I kind of give it to, that I try to kind of help out, an older guy. And I would, if I thought I could get away with having a huge pile of scrap metal in my backyard, I totally would. So,
there's a place, I think not far from here, that does that where you can take scrap metal. Oh, Turtle Trader. You need to study cloning cheeseburgers, Sundrop, or Cheerwine. I would hurt someone for some Cheerwine. Like,
we have
physical
Cheerwine.
bodily harm for Cheerwine. I love Sundrop too, but Sundrop I like to put it in the freezer and let it get slushy. I do. I love it.
I didn't know that. I should have brought you some Cheerwine. Last time I looked in the store, we still had it. It was usually sitting there with the 2 bottles of Schweppes that nobody wanted, and the
gross,
and the 2 bottles of Sundrop.
Picking for resale just started with Uber and Lyft, made close to $200 in 3 days. Nice.
That's another good.
Those are getting huge. That's getting to be a huge thing. And I like the people that are doing the crazy things, like the crazy drivers that are doing, like weird things. Like there's some of the drivers have like a theme. It's, you know what I mean? I guess, I don't know if it's to make them stand out or what. I don't know. Turtle, you're in North Carolina, right? I'm pretty sure.
I'm trying to catch up with the chat.
When I first left North Carolina, that's like one of the things that made me the saddest was no more Sundrop and Cheerwine.
Another suggestion, if you can find mom and pop type junk stores, a lot of those places will buy stuff outright. If you for some reason couldn't do eBay or Amazon or just wanted something in addition to it. I mean, I have a guy that pays me $1 for any DVD. So I know that if I go to a yard sale, and we went to one like last summer, and there was like, I don't know, 300 DVDs, and I paid like $110 or something. It was a no-brainer. I had already tripled my money. But what I did is I went home and pulled out all the box sets and all the good stuff to send in Amazon FBA. And then I took him the junk and got like pretty much my $110, $120 back. So, there's local flips like that as well. A lot of little mom and pop junk stores will buy furniture. They'll buy whatever. Storage units, if you have a little bit of space, storage units can be extremely lucrative. You need to have a way to get rid of this stuff. You're going to end up with a washer and dryer and a dresser and all that. So you need to be willing to do Craigslist or have a little junk store that would buy that kind of stuff from you. I mean, I have a place that'll buy any mattress or any washer and dryer from me, so that, if we get back into doing storage units, I can immediately just throw those on the truck and flip them immediately. That's, gosh, you could, if you had a garage or a building out back or whatever, you're such a barn or whatever, and could do storage units, haul all the stuff back, even if you have to rent a U-Haul, just figure in when you bid on the unit, hey, I'm going to have about $50 in a U-Haul with the mileage and all that. And, rent a U-Haul, throw it all in there, get you, if you're a drinker, get you a couple, this is the way we used to do it, take it back home, get you a couple beers, sit out in the back on a Friday night or Thursday night or whatever, and, start sorting through the stuff. Crap, if you time it right, you could actually just leave the stuff in the truck and have a yard sale the next morning. We used to do that with the thrift store. We used to go a couple of times. We bought a few storage units, and we have to rent a U-Haul because I wouldn't fit my little creepy Bell South van. And we would actually load everything to the storage from the storage unit into the U-Haul. I would take it home that night, and we had one employee named Fred. And I would call Fred and I'd be like, be at the store at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. He's like, well, we don't open until 8 or whatever. And I was like, no, we're going to open at 7. And I would pull the U-Haul into the front parking lot. That's with you on a Saturday. Pull the U-Haul into the front parking lot out front of the store and literally unload as we turn the open sign on and just let people buy whatever.
Nice.
And usually by the time we got done unloading the U-Haul, we'd sold about half of it. So...
Turtle, I used to live at Whataburger. Whataburger with cheese and a witch doctor. That was what I lived on all through high school. Kept beer at the last. What are some things that don't involve reselling? And this is for you guys too. Like, what are some things that you can think of that doesn't involve reselling at all? Like, and it doesn't have to be like online stuff. I mean, it doesn't have to be like web design or blogging. I mean, blogging, if you get good at it with affiliate links and sponsored posts and things, you can make a lot of money. There are a lot of people that make a full-time living, but it's not a quick buck by any means. I was more thinking of quick buck stuff, but I mean,
outside of working for somebody, like my whole entire world is like the world. While we're waiting on them to answer, my whole entire world is like the world I hated before, working for the man and reselling. So with me, it's like, what else is there in life? You know,
bank robbery.
There's bank robbery. There's, I take it back. Okay, here you go. I mean, this is kind of along the lines of having a job, but if you find yourself in a position where you need quick cash, Michael Stone, Michael Stone, used to deliver pizzas while he was trying to get his reselling business going. I worked for a steak delivery place, and I made really good tips, and it was immediate cash. First night that I started there. They're like, do you know your way around? We're going to get you a ride with somebody on 2 deliveries. And I get in the car or whatever. And he's like, why am I in the car? You know what you're doing. And I went back and they're like, okay, you can start delivering. And I went home with like $60 the first night.
Yeah, I'm not talking get a job because nobody wants to get a job.
No, but what is there besides there's nothing else besides reselling.
So, okay, Swamp said to like donate blood, like sell your, not donate, but sell your blood.
Ooh. Plasma.
Yeah, plasma. But I mean, you can, if you need a quick buck, yeah, sell your blood. If you're a guy, you've got other fluids that sell too,
Really? I knew.
Your woman said it. She said it too. Don't look at me.
Okay, so we actually, I do donate blood. Our Huntsville hospital gives you blood. They give you movie gift cards, so you're not actually selling it, but it is kind of nice because if you do the double donation thing, it takes a little longer, but it essentially takes out machine. It does something and replaces. It doesn't just pull blood out. It takes it out, takes the blood cells and puts saline fluid back in your body or whatever to replenish it. And it takes about 45 minutes, but you get $40 gift card in town of your choice. I mean, it's like date night.
Jim said dudes can sell a testicle for big money. Women can sell an ovary or egg donate, not ovary, but egg donation. Egg donation, that's big money. It used to be $5,000. But
Jim Danica just said you need to sell your ovaries, buddy.
Not ovaries, I meant eggs, but I mean, but there's a lot that goes with that because I think you have to take like hormone treatments and crap like that. Be a surrogate. If you can carry babies, be a surrogate.
So am I the only one that doesn't say how many people are watching?
It's going between 46 and like 53.
It's not even showing up for me.
Oh.
Like it shows 14 thumbs up and 5 thumbs down, but it usually says right above that and it doesn't say anything.
Oh, I see it. Oh, Jim's going to sell one of yours for $49.95.
With free shipping or best offer.
Free shipping for sure.
So did anybody else ever come up with any
true.
ideas other than donate blood or
Neil
sell
said
plasma?
Babysit child care for the people that want to work. caregiver is huge, and you don't have to have, well, I guess depending on where you are, but there's always in a town, there's always some poor elder, older person that just wants somebody to sit and eat dinner with them. You know what I mean? I know somebody here that gets $20 an hour cash to go and fix lunch for this lady and just kind of hang out with her for a bit, take her to the movies if she wants to go to the movies, and she gets $20 cash.
Heck yeah. She needs to teach her how to use a digital camera and show her how to list stuff on eBay too.
I'm saying. Yeah, there's someone that thinks that they're funny for the thumbs down, so don't even pay attention to it. There's always one asshole, so. Jim says he does local market research surveys, not the online stuff. I didn't know there was online. Oh, there's
Are those those people in the mall with the clipboards that say, "Would you mind spending a few minutes of your time?"
They don't pay you that stuff.
Mystery shopping. You can't. I mean, that's a tough one to break into. I did that for a while.
I did that for a little bit.
I didn't make it. Was just kind of like fun money because it was like, go eat at Barnhill's buffet and we'll give you $20 plus pay for your buffet. And I'm like,
I
okay,
did it for the free Starbucks. They always sent me to Starbucks.
I did it for Brooks Brothers, and I had to go buy specific items, interact with the salesperson, and then I had to return the items 48 hours later. I was like, well, that's not just really embarrassing and whatever else. And I'm like,
no doubt.
Oh, that one wasn't worth it.
I'm trying. I read there's a blog that this guy. It's a like getting out of debt kind of blog. I wish I could remember the guy's name because he had a killer post not long ago of it was something like how I make an extra like $500 to $700 a month, something like that. But it was like little tiny things, like and now I can't even think of anything that he said, but it was I'll find it and I'll put it in Profit Talk. It was really good. And it was little things like there are certain apps that you can put on your phone that, like the one you have with the receipts. What is that one?
Oh,
Remember
the Walmart.
you scanned my Walmart thing?
Walmart savings catcher.
Yeah. And there's more than just the Walmart one. There's other ones too that catch stuff like that.
Cash mine in. I got $5.97.
I know you did. Yeah, painting and yard work for the elderly, that's huge.
Amazon Mechanical Turk. I think you probably know what that is. That's where you kind of get paid to like click on things, whatever. That one I think is pretty tough to make any money. You pretty much just got to sit at your computer and go click, 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 click.
It's very tiny amounts of money.
Right.
But be a virtual assistant for somebody. I mean, that's not like a job, where you have to go out and people. And, if you're good at finding deals online, find a reseller that wants to do some online arbitrage and hook up with them. They will pay you to make them lists, to make them shopping lists. There are actually quite a few resellers that will pay you to make them lists. Personal shopper, yeah. What about some ways that you save money?
Oh, Lord.
Like couponing and, buying in bulk and things like that.
We used to do coupons, as I like to call them. It's like my little old lady terminology. We used to do couponing. We really don't do it anymore, and I'll tell you why. Because, first of all, for groceries, it was never, even with double coupons and everything else, we ended up buying a lot of stuff that we didn't really need when we could have just bought the name brand or bought in bulk. Or we buy a lot of reduced stuff, we buy a lot of clearance stuff, and it actually ends up being cheaper with a lot less hassle. I think couponing is definitely good. We just don't do it anymore. But as far as saving money, yeah, we do. I know where all the Walmart stores are that mark and what time of the week they mark their meat down, and who puts what on clearance and where every clearance section is in every store. That's how we save money.
Oh, Barbara, that's true. Penny shopping and Dollar General. That's a big one. Penny shopping.
Huh? What is panty or penny?
Penny. Like pennies.
Pennies
on the
penny?
dollar.
Oh, gotcha.
Tristan is saying she does not remember it being we.
It was her with the couponing stuff. Now, wait a minute. There was one early in our marriage. I was not working. She was working. We were working on getting the restaurant going, and she would cut the coupons and all that. And I would actually drive about 35 miles to the one store that would triple coupons, and I would totally just cherry pick them. And I'd come home and I'd be like, look, I got all this. It's like $328 worth of stuff. I got it for $62. And she's like, what are we going to do with it'd just be like random stuff that we don't even eat. And I was like, well, we can give it to somebody that'll eat it. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with couponing. I'm not bashing couponing by any means, but it's just we kind of tend to do more reduced and clearance stuff than we do couponing.
Okay, so the crazy card, varmint control with an AR-15. Boom.
Heck yeah.
I'm in. Guess what, John? Okay, we're not going near the garage when you guys come up in June. Don't go anywhere near the garage because John found a big old snake skin.
That's awesome.
That's not awesome.
In the garage where he was under your car changing the oil, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's
it
awesome.
was outside in the grass around it. Yeah, Stone, you already missed your shout out. That's what you get for being late.
Yep, Michael Stone, you're gonna have to rewind it.
Sorry.
No, Michael Stone, I mentioned you because we were talking about ways to make money that didn't involve reselling. I said, for instance, you did pizza delivery and it was quick, easy cash. While you were trying to get into reselling full time. But what about? And this is correct. But what about? And I've always wondered about this. What about teaching? I don't think I would have the patience for it. But I've had so many people approach me over the years and say, "Would you teach me to sell on eBay?"
Nope.
Like I don't, and for those of you that are watching that are patient and kind people and are good teachers, I think that would be a really good venture. I just don't have any interest to sit down because the people that have asked me that in the past that were like friends and stuff, I was like, my answer usually was kind of, and I wasn't snarky about it, but it was kind of like, I think the job you have now is probably better suited. It was just kind of like, they were the people that were, I wasn't going to teach them. It was like, no. But that might not be a bad thing if you figure out how to do it, though.
Sue said, I want to know how to weed my garden without doing it myself. Where can I find someone who I can hire for cheap? You have got children.
Oh,
you don't have to hire anybody.
I'll come do it. Go get a sprayer and a gallon of diesel fuel. I'll take care of it for you.
That's where you say.
That's how we kill weeds.
That's where you say, get out in the yard and pull the weeds.
Boom. Maureen said free piles on Craigslist. You don't need to pay for merchandise to sell. Yeah, I mean, that's like really the free stuff. That's something I haven't done in a while, but search boxes or packing materials or moving boxes, search under a bunch of different terms. Just keep an eye on your Craigslist. That's a really good way to get packing supplies. It's a really good way to get free inventory. We got a water softener system one time, and the ad was like, loaded up the moving truck, forgot about it, and couldn't fit it in there. We left it in the driveway. First person to come get it, here's the address. And I go, it's a vacant house, and it's sitting there, $700.
Nice.
So, I mean, it took a month and a half to sell, and the lady drove from, Kansas to come get it, but I didn't have to ship it, so.
Jim, I'll come sit on your porch and stare at your neighbors. Did she turn 8? I didn't know she was I don't want to say your kids' names, but I did not know that she was over 18.
My daughter? Whose daughter?
No,
oh, Sue.
Sue's daughter. I thought she still had one under 18 because I told her to put her kids out in the yard.
Well, you know what?
Oh, wow. I don't want to say your kids' names because
they're all legal
say your
adults.
last
That's
name.
fine. Tell them they need to get out there anyhow. Oh.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Later, Swamp. Oh, wow.
Right,
so she just turned 18.
So what are some things, and y'all type in the chat, what are some things that you actually do in addition to eBay and Amazon? I know that somebody earlier said, Nellie earlier said that she had a booth with her overflow from her basement. What's some other stuff you do that brings in money?
Caddy? That's cool.
Tristan does. She mentioned something in there about my wife actually does. She has a deal workout with a hairdresser where she works and gets hair stuff done and stuff. And so that actually is something that isn't technically bringing in money, but it's saving money. So it is, you know what I mean?
Well, you guys do a lot besides reselling.
Neil does not work at a fruit stand. Does he really? No, you don't. You do. You never mentioned that before. Scott sits in his recliner. Matt says he paints home. Matt says he paints home interiors. There you go. I forgot that about Matt because we talked about that one night in the hangout. Got mad respect for anybody that paints because I suck at it and I do not have patience.
I like to paint. I just can't do it anymore.
The guy that came over to look at remodeling our landlord sent the other night and about it, he's like, that's why. Never mind. We were going to talk about how like most plumbers usually stay drunk because it's such a tough job having to clean out crap out of pipes and stuff. And we were laughing about it. I just don't have patience. I suck at painting. Tristan loves it. She'll get in there and just paint a room, but I can't do it. I got a lot of respect for people that do it.
Sue, you should totally do that.
ADD.
She said her husband's coworker offered to pay her to make his lunches after he saw the lunches that she makes for her husband.
Oh, I'd be all over that.
Tell him $5 a day. That'd be awesome. I didn't realize that you guys did so many other things. I don't know why I always assume that it's...
Who did?
The people in the chat. I assumed that, I don't know why, I assumed everyone just did.
Well, I think it's because all we ever talk about the other aspect, and that's why I like the show subject tonight, because I think there's a lot of other things out there. You know, if you haven't built up your eBay business, or you're just now getting into Amazon and you're nervous or whatever, and you need to still make ends meet, you need that little extra oomph. You know, there's other ways. Clean out your kid's closet, take it all to the clothing consignment store, the clothing consignment, whatever they call it. Just get the heck out of there before all the other people show up with their snotty nose kids.
What's CTRS? Mitten State, hey y'all, I'm a CTRS. I don't know what that means.
Respiratory Certified Therapeutic Recreation. Certified Therapeutic Recreation Specialist.
Does that mean you go like camping? I don't know what that means.
Now, I had to Google that one. Hold on. That's what I am, but it involves drinking beer though.
I'm good at that.
CTRS. Wow.
Certified Therapeutic Recreation Specialist.
Within the realm of recreation therapy services, the CTRS is the benchmark of quality. Okay, that didn't tell me anything. Therapeutic Recreation Specialist is a treatment service designed to restore, remediate, and rehabilitate a person's level of functioning and independence in life activities to promote health and wellness, as well as reduce or eliminate the activity limitations. And then it cut it off. Huh. I learned something new today.
Tom said, don't fall off into the gutter, but there are husband for hire and wife for hire. They do things in the house. Changing light bulbs, take cars to have them serviced, making lunches. That's funny.
Ashley Madison.
I need a salary. Where's Johnny? Why is John not here? That is funny. I can see that though. You know, I mean, single chicks have a honey-do list too. And not all single men want to cook.
Passed this truck the other day. Apparently we have a new business in town. It's a moving service. And it's H period, U period, N period, K period.
Hunk.
It's hunk. Called College Hunks.
Smart.
I think that might have been on Shark Tank at one point in time. And it's got all these college guys, like they're like this mural that's on the side of this. And I'm like, really?
Do they have their shirts off?
No, but they had like their wife beaters or whatever tank tops on.
They could be making more money without the.
I think that was on Shark Tank. It's College Hunks haulingjunk.com.
That's funny. John said I couldn't afford you. I thought you weren't here, Johnny B. Can't afford my salary.
Shouldn't you be killing snakes right now?
Do you know what he said he did? He said he took the snake skin and laid it across the front porch.
As like a warning sign?
Apparently.
To the other snakes. Okay, so Mitten Steak Picker says they help people with disabilities participate in mainstream sports and activities. Cool. I did not know that. Actually. Sue said, what about Fiverr? You know, some of the stuff that people do on there, I'm like, they must be really fast at it.
No, they make a template and they're selling. Basically, all they do is like the people that make like YouTube intros. They have a template that they have made out, and all they have to do is change the names, change the colors, like super quick edits. It doesn't
like
take much.
This logo right there, our logo, actually came off Fiverr, and the guy went through like 3 revisions of it with me, and I'm like, how was that worth $5?
Yep. Well, they're hoping that you'll do one of the upgrades, or that you just keep coming back to them. I mean, it's really not bad. Some people on Fiverr are making bank. If you have any kind of talent like that, it's not going to kill you to set up an account on Fiverr and, throw up a couple things that you can do.
Like the hot chicks like the hot chicks that are like, I will write your name on my stomach and marker, that kind of thing.
No.
There's some weird. I went through there one day a long time ago, like back when I was doing the logo thing, and I was like looking at the most popular, and I was like, really seriously, it was like, I will sing your name I will put your name in the song Desperado or something. It was like, what the crap? And sing it and send you a video file. And I was like, and it was under like the most popular at that time. And I was like, really seriously? That's
sad.
Oh.
Okay. We're over. You guys actually gave me good ideas this time. I like this. I like it better when it's not just like us. I know we always, have fun with you guys, but I like it better when you guys are, like when you're actively participating in the subject of the, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I like that. I like this. We need to start having like somebody from the audience just come on the show.
Well, that was going to happen tonight, but
Jeff Davidson not answering.
Who didn't answer any of his text?
I don't even know.
We were going to have in Paul's place tonight, Jeff, to come on and talk about his decal business and all that kind of stuff. So, Jeff, if you're in the audience being a stalker right now, that's right. Yeah. Go check your messages.
Mm-hmm. But check
your. You didn't do it.
But yeah, I want to have him on so we can talk about that because, you know what I mean?
I think it's amazing. I would love to. That's the thing. Like, he won the 30 minutes with me, and I'm like, that's totally not fair because I want to spend 30 minutes with him hearing about that. Because I remember when he first started doing the decals or whatever, I remember it was within the first week or so, and when I was going to hang out with him, he was like, yeah, I woke up like the first weekend after I started doing, I had like I forget what, it's some ridiculous number, like 400 orders for
Mhm.
300 orders and something. I'm like, you know what? Even if he only made $1 a piece off those, that's $300. That's pretty awesome.
Yep.
Which I mean, he made more than that, but you know.
Sue just brought up something else. She said she was told she could sell her digital photos. There is big money in stock photography. And it's, if you enjoy photography, digital photography, that is a fantastic way to work on your hobby, you know, something that you really enjoy, and make passive income off of it. I mean, you put your stock photo up once and you repeatedly sell it over and over and over. Fantastic. You just have to be really good at what you do, but yeah, that's great. Okay, but that's it. I thank you guys. I actually really enjoyed doing this. We need to do this more often, where it's all of us, you know, participating and doing the show. But we will be back next Monday. Oh, no, it's Memorial Day, isn't it?
Is it really?
Yeah, Monday's Memorial Day, so we're not going to do a show Memorial Day. So we'll be back the Monday after that. Yeah. Turtle, don't forget to get with me. If you don't want to do Facebook, just message me through YouTube about the 30 minutes. Okay? Yeah. That's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Wait. Wrong computer.
See ya.
Bye.